Hey, Brett, me again. No coughing. Replying to Really Cat, Questions that Stump Non-Believers Part 2. This one's shorter. I hope it won't be 25 minutes. That was ridiculous. And I watched the debate. Oh, that was embarrassing for Brett Keane. Really embarrassing. Anyway, let's begin.
In my first video called Questions as Stump Non-Believers, a lot
Of course it was. This is part 2.
of you clowned around, a lot of you used many personal attacks. Some things you called me I never even heard of. I thought I'd heard it all. Learn something new every day. Well, folks, I'm going to go ahead.
Brett Keane, there's no way. You're really 34? Hush.
And ask you some more questions, and you can either clown around and act like you're clever and
I clowned around and answered, so give me some points.
come up with crappy arguments,
My arguments I thought were pretty good.
or you can do like the very few did out there who actually attempted to answer the questions, and some of them gave some good answers. Let's see what we got here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can go round 2. Do you think that we understand enough about the universe to be able to declare that there absolutely is no advanced consciousness out there that may have assisted in life itself?
No, I don't think we know enough about the universe to make that claim with 100% certainty.
Please explain specifically and why or how, whatever works for you. Can you explain why millions throughout the ages have made claims such as out-of-body experiences, spirits, ghosts, supernatural things, the unexplainable, the unknown? Why is it that there's millions out there that have this going on in their head, or maybe even for real? How do you know for sure that their claims are false?
We don't know for sure. But the reason they come up with these is the power of imagination, the power of human imagination. Basically, what started this all is people in the beginning, the earlier people, had these experiences they couldn't quite explain. So they started attributing it to God, ghosts, spirit, the supernatural, whatever. And because of this, because of what they came up with, they taught it to their kids, and so on and so on and so on, until it became widely propagated throughout the world. And now people will manifest these things in their mind, ghosts and whatnot, as answers to questions that they can't answer themselves.
You don't even know a lot of these people personally, dead and gone. On a scale between 1 and 10, how much information and knowledge do you think that we have based upon the mind, the consciousness, and the brain? And how much of our brain do we actually use, ladies and gentlemen? Please back it up with numbers, statistics.
Why don't you ask a neurologist? I told you this.
And whatever you can whenever it comes to resources or evidence to back up whatever claim you make. Do you believe that evolution disproves the concept of a god, a deity,
No.
conscious mechanism in the universe that may have got things a-rolling? If so, please be very specific in your answer. I'm pretty sure a lot of you out there probably think that a lot of these holy books, such as the Bible and Quran, were basically put together by men who lied and falsified information and did all these kind of things.
Yep.
I'm sure a lot of you believe that throughout the ages, men have lied about some of their claims and some of their religious experiences and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, since you have such distrust towards human beings and what they're capable of doing, would you also point the same finger at scientists who have made claims and put together theories?
Not really, because if I really wanted to, if I really badly wanted to, I could become a scientist. And I could do these tests, I could do these experiments, and I could find out whether these findings that they came up with hold water with my own research.
Even bothered to test what it is they claim to be the case?
See, I just said that.
Or do you just simply say, yep, I believe it?
You're right, Brett. It's the Bible.
I believe what the scientists are telling me. although you don't even look in it yourself, or just because you like that particular scientist, you will go ahead and go along with whatever you're told? Do you actually look into it? Be honest. Some of you out there, not all of you, whenever you listen to a person who believes in the supernatural or believes in religion or prays to a higher power, some of you almost immediately will claim that they are mentally ill. You will assert that they're
Not mentally ill. Well, I mean, it depends on how you look at mental illness, but no. I talked about this in my reply to Jesus Freak. It is completely acceptable to fear death. And I can understand why you'd want to believe in God.
deranged, psychotic, delusional.
Who said psychotic?
A lot of different things that you may claim about the person basically come to the conclusion that their brain does not function as good as yours does because of their view or their belief in something. Now let me ask you something. This is a...
Okay. I'll answer it, actually. I'll answer it honestly, unlike you.
pretty simple deal. How do we know that it's not you who has a malfunctioning brain? How do we know that it's not you that is delusional? It's a fact that atheists and agnostics are the minority, and billions of people throughout the ages have accepted that there's some kind of higher...
Yeah, listen here, jackass. It was accepted many, many years ago that people who believed that the earth was round were a minority. Who the fuck was right?
power out there, whether it be a deist, whether it be Hindus, Muslims, Christians, and all the way down the line, thousands.
Long time ago, there were thousands, actually the majority of people who did not know who thought diseases were caused by magic and shit like that. So they would pray to the gods to get them to go away instead of figuring out, oh, if we wash our hands and sterilize things, that'll make the diseases less prevalent in our society.
The different religions we've pinpointed in the past. Why is it that anybody should see non-believers as rational or logical just because you say there's no God or there's no evidence? Why does that make you...
Because there is no evidence!
...more worthy or valuable than anybody who believes...
I don't know, why am I more valuable? It's an A. Valuable. Valuable.
...differently than yourself? Feel free to explain. Be specific.
I just did.
If we go by the pure definition of agnostic and atheist, and you all will agree, this doesn't necessarily mean that a person who claims to be atheist or agnostic is going to have a scientific mind. It doesn't even mean that they're going to be critical thinkers or rational people whatsoever.
Right.
So knowing this, and really, really putting some thought into this, would the world be a better place if the majority was non-believers?
Yeah, probably.
I want you to really, really
Yeah.
think about this. Would there
Put on my special thinking hat. See? Thinking hat.
really be that much improvement?
Yeah, there probably would.
There are non-believers out there who are racist as can be. There are non-believers out there who are homophobic. There's non-believers out there that would spit in your face before looking at you.
Yeah, but when they have nothing to back it up, it's a lot easier to convince them the other way.
There's not really much difference there except for non-believers believe.
Yeah, the big difference is that the believers actually have something that they can fall back on and say, you can't sway me because this fucking book here says I should believe this way. Whereas if there was some racist atheist, you could be like, why are you racist? And he'll be like, because I don't like them.
Differently than believers. So would the world be a better place? Please give specifics.
Yes, Brett Keane.
Your ideas, and let's see what we got. Last question, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Try to do the best you can.
I'm doing the best I ever did.
Who do you think is more likely to help benefit society? A religious person who's been trained through their religious beliefs, whether you want to call it indoctrinated or simply that is the direction that they took, they've been taught their entire life that it is good to help other people in need, whether it be family, whether it be friend, whether it be stranger. Or do you think a person who is a non-believer who has not been trained up in this, maybe every once in a while they've been told, maybe by a parent for whatever reason that might be, that it's a good idea to help people? Which person do you think has the highest probability of helping people? Those who are up...
I don't know, Brett, you fucking douchebag. That's like saying, who has a higher probability of running a fire truck and putting out a fire in a house? A well-trained firefighter or a fucking mailman? Basically, you just made a loaded question. Your final question that stumps non-believers, like me, is a loaded question. Who is more likely to help people? The person who was never taught to help people, or the person who was taught to help people? So, who would be a better heart surgeon? The fucking heart surgeon, or the guy who fucking gives food out at the fucking food kitchen? What you are making this question like is that atheists aren't taught to help people. That is part of being a human. That's not part of being a fucking creature of God, okay? I'm an atheist. I don't believe in an afterlife or anything like that, but I spend a lot of time thinking about how in the hell I could help people. And I wasn't raised up to fucking, always be like, you should help people. Yeah, my mom's going in to be a physical therapist, and, things like that, and she likes to help people, but she never, pushed that on me or anything like that. And why do I want to help people? I mean, it's clearly not God, because I don't believe in God, so why do I want to help people?
Religion are those who are non-believers, who don't get any kind of reward whatsoever for doing something for the stranger.
Oh, that's delightful, Brett Keane. So you're saying the Christian would do it because they get something for it?
Explain specifically. And remember, in all these questions, these are just asking you your opinion. I'm not claiming either is greater than the other. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking forward to your answers.
Brett Keane, why aren't you wanted as a badass on YouTube anymore? Come on, you were a cool motherfucker. But yeah. Maybe I'll post this as a response. I don't know. We'll see.
Free?
Free? No, not full screen. Anyway. Peace.